I never imagined heartbreak could turn into the best thing that ever happened to me. But life, it has a strange way of rewriting your story when you think it's over and my name is Lena Carter, and this is how the man who broke me ended up working for my husband, begging for mercy. That IT all started 3 years ago. Back then, I was a woman who believed love could conquer anything. I was loyal, patient, and hopelessly devoted to my boyfriend, Ethan Blake. We'd been together for 6 years. We met in college, me, a literature student, and him, a business major with big dreams and an even bigger ego. He said he loved my simplicity. He said I was different from other girls. You know what that means. He liked that I didn't ask for much. That I worked 2 part-time jobs to help him through his startup phase. Paid half the rent. Cooked. Supported. Believed. And when he started earning, I thought, finally, we're going to build our life together. But one evening, everything changed. We were having dinner, my favorite spaghetti night. He looked distant. I asked, Ethan, are you okay? He sighed, avoided my eyes, and said, Lena, you're great, but I think I need someone who fits my new life better. I froze. What do you mean? He said it so casually it broke something in me. I met someone, Lena. Her name's Chloe. She's more my type now. You deserve someone else. That's it. 6 years. Gone. Replaced by a girl he'd known for 2 months. I remember standing there, holding a plate of spaghetti that had gone cold. He kissed my forehead like he was doing me a favor and walked out. For weeks, I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat, couldn't breathe without feeling the ache of betrayal. But pain, when it stays long enough, becomes fuel. And I decided I'd never beg anyone to stay again. I moved cities, took a job at a large publishing company, and started rebuilding my life. New haircut, new apartment, new me that I promised myself love could wait. Right now, I had to win at something else. Myself. Months later, fate introduced me to someone I didn't expect. His name was Alexander Stone, CEO of the company I worked for. He was everything Ethan wasn't: calm, grounded, confident without arrogance. The first time we met, I spilled coffee on his suit in the elevator. I apologized 100 times, and he just smiled and said, Don't worry, accidents happen, but maybe coffee with me sometime would make it up. I thought he was joking, but he wasn't. We started talking. Small moments, short lunches, and late-night project calls. He liked that I wasn't impressed by his money or his power. I liked that he listened, really listened to my thoughts. He once said, You have a rare kind of strength, Lena, the quiet kind, the kind that builds empires. And somehow, I began to believe him. 6 months later, he asked me to dinner. It wasn't fancy, just a small Italian place with soft lights. Halfway through the meal, he looked at me and said, You make life peaceful, Lena. Would you let me make yours easier? I laughed nervously. What do you mean? He reached across the table and said, I mean I'd like to take care of you as my wife. I was stunned. Alexander Stone, billionaire, admired, untouchable, wanted me. The girl who was once left for being too simple. We married quietly a few months later, and for the first time in years, I felt safe, loved, seen. But fate wasn't done yet, because 6 months into our marriage, a new executive joined Alexander's company. His name? Ethan Blake. When I saw his name on the employee list, my heart nearly stopped. The man who left me for someone better was now working under my husband. The day we met again, he didn't recognize me at first. I was in a fitted black dress, my hair up, confident in ways I'd never been before. I walked into the meeting room, and his jaw dropped. Elena, he stammered. I smiled. Good to see you again, Ethan. He looked from me to Alexander and back. Wait, you're Mrs. Stone? Yes, I said smoothly. Mrs. Lena Stone. Alexander, oblivious of the tension, said, Lena's been helping me with a new charity project. She's my partner in everything. Partner. The word hit Ethan like thunder. Over the next few weeks, he avoided my eyes in meetings. But I noticed the small things, his nervousness, his guilt, his jealousy. Once he caught me in the corridor and whispered, Lena, I didn't mean to hurt you. I smiled politely. You did what you thought was best for your new life. How's Chloe? He looked away. We broke up. She left when the money stopped. I nodded slowly. Then maybe she was your mirror. He looked crushed. But I didn't feel revenge. Just closure. Point one evening. Alexander hosted a corporate dinner. Everyone was there, clients, partners, and the new executives. During his speech, Alexander said something that silenced the whole room. He said, "Tonight, I want to thank the person who changed my life, my wife, Lena Stone. She's not just my partner at home, but the reason I remember why success means nothing without kindness." Everyone applauded. I saw Ethan watching, eyes wide, full of regret. When Alexander held my hand and kissed my forehead, I saw the exact moment Ethan's pride shattered. Later that night, Ethan approached Alexander privately. "I didn't know your wife used to be my ex," he admitted. Alexander looked at him calmly and said, "Then maybe losing her taught you what real value looks like." Then he walked away. The next morning, Ethan submitted his resignation, but Alexander refused. He said, "You'll stay. You'll finish the projects you started. That's what accountability looks like." So Ethan stayed, forced to see me every day, forced to face what he threw away. Point one afternoon. After a big presentation, he came to my office. He said quietly, "You really made it, Lena. I'm proud of you." I looked at him for a long moment and said, "No, Ethan, I found myself. That's what you helped me do." Then I smiled, the kind of smile that doesn't hide pain anymore, and walked away. Months passed. Life moved on. Alexander and I started a foundation together, one that helps women start over after broken relationships and financial hardship. Every time we hand a check to a young woman starting her new business, I see a little bit of my old self in her, and it feels like healing. And Ethan, I heard he moved away, started over. I don't hate him. In a strange way, I thank him, because if he hadn't left me, I would have never discovered the woman I was meant to become. Now, when people ask me about revenge, I tell them, the best revenge is peace, the kind that comes when you no longer need to prove your worth to anyone. If you love this story, please hit like, subscribe, and share with someone who needs a reminder that heartbreak isn't the end, it's the beginning of your strength. This is Ant's story, where every ending is just a new beginning.